Alright, everybody, welcome to High Gear Racing. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth tonight. Um, Pretty small field. On hand tonight, only 8 drivers counted so far. Make it 9. They're pretty straightforward. Right now, Quentin Standbot will be the first one to post a lap. Right now, Standbot 27-3 through the first half of the racetrack. It's going to be a minute before we see the next driver in contention for that, which will be James Warren. Will be Standbot, Warren, Justin Johnson, and John Darnell. Will stand by to cut the apron and at the line. Or stand back at the line. 54.663 the time to beat. Right now is James Warren on deck to try to knock off Quentin Stanbach from the pole position with just over 2 minutes remaining to get one lap in. At the line, James Warren, survey says 673, Warren P2. Right now, Justin Johnson. Johnson at the line isn't enough for the front row. It is not a 752. Seat Johnson P3. John Darnell. Hey. Looks like Darnell will be the last one to get a lap in. Just over a minute left. 54-second lap times. And Darnell, a pickup in sector 2, but not enough. It'll be a 678 P3 for John Darnell. Well, pre-spin bonus winner John Ward in action tonight. If he can win the race, he'll get the pre-spin bonus that goes with the race winnings. Again, 8 drivers on deck for tonight. Not a very big field. Well, that being said, qualifying is concluded. 9 drivers running tonight for HGR. Of course, Quentin Stanbach on pole, James Warren, John Darnell, Justin Johnson, Joey Savage to top 5. Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Merck, John Ward, and Kevin McCullough rounds out the field tonight. Right now, just waiting for the field to start rolling here. Some drivers not loading in at the moment. Wow, what we got in a moment here? John Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
I got you, Garrett.
5th time's the charm for the pre-spin bonus starting. Well, I can't really say deep in the field, but nonetheless starting towards the back tonight. What's the plan? And how do you go about getting this extra money for a 5th time?
The plan is to keep it clean. I know we got a fast repair, but the more I keep it clean and try to hit the pit stop good. I know there's going to be at least one pit stop for sure. With this little bit of cars, just stay green and do the good pit stop there, and no penalties. I think we should be there at the end. It's going to be tough. They're going to be everybody against me at the end, but I'm going to see what I can do with them.
You mentioned penalties. Last night was not an easy night for you on pit road. Different car, different track. Can you put last night aside as far as the 2 pit road penalties and go about executing it well tonight?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. That was at Daytona, and the cone was way up. I was not ready for that one, and it caught me pretty good with those Gen 4 cars. But these cars, they got really good brakes, so everything should be good, and I'm used to this track. So
all right,
hopefully we can bring it down pit road safely without any penalties.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. Look forward to see how it plays out.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, Quentin Stanbot, James Warren will bring them down for the start. Small field tonight, quick 50 lapper. All right, let's get this show on the road. Stanbot Warren brings them down to United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling. Right now, Warren with the opening advantage. Johnson and Ward in tow. Majority on the bottom. The Stanbot going backwards nonetheless. He's going to get a great run right here. You see Savage jumps up to help Ward. Warren will drop down to the bottom to cover Stanbot. And at the line, James Warren might lead the first lap. Too close to call. Give it to Justin Johnson, as a matter of fact. Johnson on a call that was too close to really call at the moment. 2/1000 of a second at the line already, and now John Ward up to the front spot. Right now, the pre-spin bonus winner, John Ward, out front with his teammate Joey Savage right behind him. Side by side for second on back. Pole center Quentin Stanbach right in the back. Really right in that third lane. Right on board with John Darnell. What has a, gotta say, I'll take the shout out. I really will. Got a beautiful Raging Gideon on the front of his hood. How fast if I can't get a better camera. Like, share, subscribe, folks. Now, enough with the sponsorship deals at the moment. Focus back on the broadcast. John Ward continues to lead. Darnell will drop back all the way probably to the back of this little field, single file out. That's probably what you'll see for about 80% of the race. Going to go ahead and say that now. Short field on deck tonight. Fuel saving will be a must. Excuse me a minute, folks. Got to step away from them. Alright, folks, we're back here. Sorry about that. But Ward continues to lead over Savage, Johnson, Waring, and Stanbach, the top five. Ephart, Mert, McCullough, and John Darnell rounds out the field. Mentioned John Ward earlier. Was he feels like he could tackle pit road a lot better today versus what he did last night. 2 pit road incidents for Little Dog, Big Dog at Daytona. Kind of threw the driver 92 off guard, as did several drivers. Looking to rebound for that tonight. Of course, the pre-spin bonus winner. The rules for that is simple. Win the race. If you win the race, you'll get the bonus money, and if you don't win the race, then it'll go back into the pot for the next HGR event. Right now, HGR, bit of a schedule change. Right now, scheduled right now for Thursdays, and future events on the weekend to be announced. But for right now, HGR reduced back to Thursdays. Of course, MMS on Wednesdays. It's Sundays. Inspire Monday and Saturday, and Midnight Racing League on Saturday. Friday open mainly gets filled by MMS, which is, hey, I'll take that too. And you can see a lot of these drivers that's racing tonight on MMS and some in the Midnight Racing League. And right now, just about everybody in this field runs MMS. As a matter of fact, Jeff Mark jumps to the outside lane. Immediately thinks twice about it. John Darnell will drop back down as well. That's a 4-car separation, or a 5-car to 4 separation, which is never real great. It looks like Jeff Mark is right to draft back in. He's going to start catching back up. Right now, Kevin McCullough fastest lap on lap 4:50. Yep, 50.583. For McCullough, of course, Plain simple, just ride back here in the draft for the most part and got a beautiful car underneath him. Car, him and Daniel Earnhardt going to the front. They got tired riding around there. Matter of fact, John Ward jumped up to cover the outside lane. Prefer to keep it a Dega Pro 1, 2, 3. No, Ward, as a matter of fact, jumped down the line, dropped all the way back. Jeff Burke, the top of the board. Earnhardt, Kevin McCollum will now take over the top 3. Along with John Darnell. Quickly as it's said and done, here comes Dega Pros with the majority of their drivers, actually all their drivers on the outside. Joey Savage back to the lead along with Warren Ward and Justin Johnson in tow, and Standby will jump up there momentarily. Excuse me. Sorry, folks, dealing with the flu. Right now, as the Ancient World Gamers Ford Mustang of Joey Savage leads. Yeah, pretty decent month for the Savage. Couple wins. Starting to find his stride as the end of September came about. Now it's starting October. Who will get the first HGR win of October? Right now, Ward's playing a lot of defense to really try to keep his team up here in the front for the money, of course. Right now, John Ward back up to the top. Jeff Mert, second. Earnhardt, third. Savage, McCullough now top 5. Right now, they keep switching the lead over and over. Mert back out front for the time being. Mert stand by. Trying to work that outside lane. Mert on the bottom, as a matter of fact. Earnhardt pushing him. Right on board Jeff Mert. You see Quentin Standbach shot out of a cannon. Along with Darnell, Joey Savage, and others outside lane being real beneficial tonight. Darnell immediately drops down to the bottom of the track. Here goes Jeff Burke with a big run. Bam! Here, really working on throttle. You see it on the telemetry. Right now, Johnson going to get pushed by Ward. .37 to go, be 37 line. 3 wide. Darnell put in the middle. Bad news is he'll go to the back. Good news is ain't that many cars to pass. So Won't be the last time we see John Darnell at the front. Right now, Justin Johnson leads off of turn 4. Dagger Pros 1, 2, 3, 4 yet again. Quentin Stanbach, fastest lap of the race. Was that last was actually lap 11, 50.139, so I will not be surprised to see a driver get in the low or get in the high 49s. Or actually in the mid to low 50s. Well, they already are in the low 50s, so 49 high is not technically a real possibility. Ward to the bottom. Everybody kind of got stacked up there. Jeff Burke's going to take it 3 wide with Earnhardt again and McCullough. Darnell's going to jump up with them. The Savage job man out of this equation. Excuse me again. Jeff Burke out front now. For our first time tonight, unofficially, Daniel Earnhardt leads at Talladega. He'll draw it right down to the bottom again. McCullough, Darnell, Quentin Stanbach all have not led a lap so far tonight. Everybody else has. Stanbach wants to be sure he's the next one. Locked up there with Jeff Burke. At the line, Daniel Earnhardt will officially lead his first lap of the race tonight. Stanbach and Merck's going to try to make it happen, but you see Savage, Ward, and James Ware making it 3 wide on the outside lane, third line, trying to come into effect. Earnhardt down to the bottom. Joey yet again. Stuck in the middle, but this time it has Stanbach with him. Jeff Merck's going to make it 4 wide. Back to 3. Right now, Savage take the lead back off of 4. 33 to go. Going to be 32 at the line. I think green flag pit stop should be coming up here in a little bit. Matter of fact, we're going to check the flyer real quick. %, fuel, so actually actually we should not be expecting a pit stop for a while here. Jeff Burke will lead his third lap of the race. Right now, John Ward's leading the most at 7. Both of them drivers will make up for about 5 different lead changes. I actually made that 6. For Burke, Ward, Waring, Earnhardt, the Savage, Justin Johnson, all of them have led officially. By official, I mean they've actually gotten back to the start-finish line to complete the lap. Unofficially, everybody's led at least once tonight already, but well, Mert will lead his fourth lap out of line, 30 to go. 100% fuel. We'll look at the Raging Idiot Racing Network pit strategy report. Right now, everybody's on a 20 lap run, so they'll probably, I'll take a guess, because I really don't know how much these ARCA cars get on full tanking gas at Daytona and Talladega, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say somewhere in the ballpark, maybe 25, 30 laps. I think it'll be enough for a one-stopper at this point. Ward back out front for the moment. Excuse me. There goes our back on the outside, McCullough and Johnson yet again. Right now, Daniel up 4 spots where he started. Ward's up 6 where he started, along McCullough. Earnhardt up 5. Jeff Merck up 3. They're your biggest movers of the race so far tonight. Daniel Earnhardt back to the lead. Right now, 2 laps away from being halfway done with this race. Ward will take the lead yet again. But really, this is all it's just going to be about swapping the lead. They know it's the way they're racing. I think they know that, hey, this is just a one-stop affair. Get in, get out, race it out to the end. Thing about it is, like we saw last night with the Little Dog, Big Dog event with MMS, you got to execute on pit road. The key to Sonic Factor last night was, it was a different track, completely different cone. This place where it's at, of course, refer to the commitment cone. But really busted a lot of drivers last night. And that'll be even more crucial here with only 9 cars in the field tonight. So pit road tonight will probably be who will decide is racing for the win and who is pretty much just here to be here at this moment. That's how crucial pit road will be tonight. 27 to go, 26 at the line, and right now they're single filed out. So earlier I think they single filed out to save a little bit of gas, but then they wanted to race it out a little bit more. Right now with them single filed out, that, like I was just saying, that is a tall tale sign that green flag pit stops more than likely coming up soon, or at least on the radar. Well, here comes Ward. Half down, half to go. Earnhardt and McCullough will stay out, along with Jeff Burke and John Darnell. Racing majority of the field. Wary, the Savage, Ward, Stanbach, and Justin Johnson. But with them coming in now, we ought to expect these final four to be coming in at any point. Really, final three, as John Darnell's lost the draft. Here goes Abhart, McCullough, Jeff Merkian, along with Darnell. Right now, you look on the screen. Old trap mat's been posted up. You can see where, pretty much where Misavage, Ward, and all that pitted beforehand are running out onto the racetrack. Well, there's the tail of the story right there, Ward and Misavage. So it was not a great pit stop for Dega Pros. Not the way they wanted to. Well, it will be a great pit stop for MMS, but there is Ward, there's Stanbach and Erbhart, so they'll quickly catch up to the back of McCullough and Jeff Merkin. From there, we'll have probably about 6-7 cars left in the fight here. Well, I said that. Everybody see it now, where it is, called up to the back of McCullough. So, I mean, this little 4-car race right here between the drivers, they'll get hooked up back to the Savage and Ward, and then from there on out, it'll be 6 cars to settle it with 23 to go. Excuse me. With 22 to go, we're going to take one more quick breakaway. Right now, Jordan Savage leads at Talladega with John Ward, Jeff Merck, Kim McCullough, and James Ware in the top 5. Be right back after this. All right, boys, we're back from Talladega right now. Not much change in the top five. With Savage, Ward, Mert, McCullough, and Waring still leading this field. On back through the field tonight with Daniel Earnhardt, John Darnell, and Justin Johnson. Pretty much these are the three that's lost touch with that lead pack. They're right now praying that something happens. A caution, somebody accidentally hits the caution button, something to happen. Because right now, these guys are pretty much out and running, and probably about another 10 laps, 15 laps slow. They'll have the odds stacking against them even more as they'll go one lap down. But right now, this is pretty much ride until the very end. Either that or it's still close on fuel enough to where they feel like they got to ride single file until the end. With 18 to go right now, Joey Savage. He's actually tied John Ward for most laps led. He will break that tie now. Change. Joey Savage. Right now for the HGR World Game Ford Mustang. Again, led 11 laps, so right now still counting. I feel like now this is by design. Either they can't make it or they're going to try to save enough to where they can make it. Or they're just waiting for the last 10 laps to really make the show exciting. One of the two. Former Savage. Really no surprise. See him out front, of course, multi-time winner in HGR. And right now it is a Dega Pro 1 and 2, MMS 3 and 4, and the last Dega Pro driver in the top 5 will be James Waring. Right now running the 5th spot. Well, 15 laps to go, make it 14. When they get back to the start-finish line, of course. Now Earnhardt on pit road. Something I missed underneath the hood of that 36. We'll go back and listen to it. Oh, he's actually got spun. See him get off of it. Ah, there it went. And just John Darnell, and up and over goes Daniel Earnhardt. Look at it one more time. Took it a little bit while longer. I think he realized the motor was overheating. Tried to get off of it, but it was too late. And just a bad break for Daniel. Had a great run going, left 4 laps. And caution is out because of it. Well, this will change everything. Right now, if there's any doubt of being short on fuel now, it'll be a race if they stay out, and we know that they could have made it. This is the break that Johnson and Darnell was waiting for. Surely the one Earnhardt was waiting for, but just not him being the reason for it. And Jeff Merck, well, everybody but Dega Pros will come in other than Justin Johnson. Well, at the race off pit road, John Darnell will be your winner. Justin Johnson, Jeff Merck, Ken McCullough, Quentin Stanbach. So you can't get Jeff Merck in the booth. Jeff Merck, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, man, what's up?
Not a whole lot. Pretty much throws a wrench in the plan, or were you and McCullough just waiting for the right opportunity to go?
Yeah, we were just riding, just counting laps, really. All we were doing. Just to let a few more people back in it, but it is what it is. You just have to race your way back to the front and see what happens.
Well, as far as the car package tonight, has there been a lot more freedom than what we've seen in times past outside the Gen 6? And really, overall, how do you feel like the package has been a positive for you in the MMS?
I mean, the package is good. Side draft is real strong in this car. I mean, you can hear the car to your inside. You can hear the engine bog down when you move down the side
Good
draft.
God.
So it's pretty bad. Yeah. We were joking. It's like a Jake break in these damn cars. So, yeah. So it's just you just got to drive whatever car you're in and know the little torques, little kinks in it, and just drive it.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight from here on out. Hopefully, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing. Finish it first, not second.
First, not second. Got it.
Yes, sir. We'll re-rack the field as we stay in top 8 still left in it. John Savage, John Ward, first and second. James Ware and John Darnell, third and fourth. Justin Johnson, Jeff Burke, fifth and sixth. Quentin Stenbach and Kenny McCullough. We'll round out the 8 drivers still in contention. Daniel Earnhardt back out onto the racetrack via his fast repair, but right now, one lap down as you see your favorite manufacturer and where they're running at. It's pretty much been a Ford Toyota game for the most part. John Darnell, Garrett Jigs up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do. What's up?
Not a whole lot. Well, for a second there, it looked like the race was going to be done. Now you got new life in this race. Can you put that Rage Idiot Racing Network Ford Mustang in victory lane?
I'm gonna try to. I ain't got to win an HGR yet on the broadcast yet. So there's always a first for everything. I'm gonna give her hell.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll still talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yeah, that Raging Idiot sticker makes me a little bit faster.
I can tell. Were you down there with Deca Pros and them? No. Yeah. He was. I pulled him out from out there. All right. Well, John Ward, Joey Savage brings them down to the restart zone. We're rolling. 11 to go. Right now, my Savage, Ward, John Darnell, and right now James Waring. The top four, however, fourth and fifth yet to be determined between Waring and Merck. 10 to go. Well, flip the script, because right now, everybody's back in contention, no holes barred, everybody within a half a second of each other. Right now, here comes Darnell getting the push from Merck down the back straightaway. Mega Pros in strong order right now, hooked up, chain locked to each other. The Savage back out to the lead, getting pushed by Ward, bottom lane, really working good enough to where you ain't got to allow Well, you see, the Savage up to cover the outside lanes, going to leave Ward on the bottom. Jeff Merck says, I forget this. I'll just take it 3 wide. Join the Savage, slams the door on him. Darnell back to the bottom. Jeff Merck this time said, no, sir. I'll stay right here. Can't get to it inside of Garrett. Just got the coffin under control. Well, here comes Ward to the outside. They're not going to let me breathe for a second. John Ward, the JW Pace Graphics pre-spin bonus winner. Right now, wanting to get that bonus for the, will end up being Ward's 5th attempt at the pre-spin bonus. First man to ever claim that bonus was Joshua McCullough. At the time, the biggest purse that we had in HGR as far as the bonus goes at $200. Oh! Stanbach saves it. Damn. 4 wide, make it 5 wide. But Savage not clear. There they go. They save it somehow. They're still banging on each other. Holy hell. What a save. The odd man out of that, Justin Johnson. Man. right now, Ward and Standby out ahead, but the gap's obviously way too big. They're immediately going to get swallowed up by Jeff Martin, Savage, Waring, and others. You see at the top of the ticker, the gap's closing massively, rapidly. Justin Johnson in the pits. The night is done for the 82. Well, there goes Burke to the outside. The Savage with him. Well, there you sit. They're getting scattered again. But they won't never make it back. No, but now Mark able to squeak away with it. 5 to go. There he goes Waring, right back to the outside. Dega Pros seem to find each other every time. And now, the Savage said, get out of my way. We kind of got him off center. Don't know if that was the plan, but it's either bail at the last minute and hopefully not turn him. Of course, there was contact made. You can tell that it hurt Savage a lot. Four to go. Ward back to the outside. Gloves are off. There goes McCullough 3 wide. Make it 2. John Darnell back in the picture. Action's all over the place, and now it is the McCullough leading at Talladega with Jeff Burt right behind him. MMS 1 and 2, but here comes Ward. John Darnell, James Ware, joined by Savage. Ward looks to the outside. Jeff Martin blocks it. Ward back to the bottom. Darnell up top. Lord, make it stop. 2 to go. Bets are off now. Well, right now you got to expect Merck will defend McCullough. You got to expect it that he will defend McCullough no matter what he can do. There comes John Darnell back to the bottom with John Ward. Oh, McCullough gets turned hard into the wall. Standby sent it. Earhart sent it again. Man. Excuse me. God almighty. Dan Earhart rolling back. Man. See the bumper barely hanging on Jeff Merck's machine. Quit and stand by. Ain't got a bumper left. Alright. Let's look back at it. See what we can see. Well, remember talking to Quentin Standby at the top of the show that it's real easy to hook bumpers and stay hooked on them. It's easy enough to turn them. And Jeff Burt just one too many taps and around. I mean, I don't even think McCullough had a chance to even save that. The moment it catches, it hooks immediately back to the right. Catches Darnell and it just throws him right back up. Well, and Merck had contact with him. I mean, but Savage barely gets out of this. You see Quentin Standby netcode his way through it. There's where Merck would get most of his damage. It's right on board with Kenny McCullough. Hell yeah, Kenny quickly turned into hell no. That's one of them wrecks, folks. If you got a special type of wheel, that it will easily sprain or even break a wrist. So there's just some wrecks, even on a computer, you let go of the wheel. Honorable Quentin Standbach. It just went to the outside and just fell right in his lap. From Jeff Merck. Bump, bump, uh-oh. And from there, I mean, just gets catapulted. Well, last but not least, Daniel Earnhardt. Man, a night that Daniel's going to want to forget, rightfully so, already one lap down. It would have been the free pass, I believe. But unfortunately, it's just going to fall right in his lap. Well, for the night for Earnhardt's done. As right now, John Darnell's your leader. Well, let's rewrite the scenarios here. John Ward, his 5th attempt. At least that's what I've counted. Not sure that's entirely accurate. I know it's over 2, possibly even 3, but we're just going to say 5. Round it up. This is John Ward's 5th attempt at the JW Pace Graphic pre-spin bonus. Has not won it yet. Looking to do that tonight. John Darnell has not got a broadcasted HGR win ever. For Darnell, it would be a hell of a statement for me and him both. But behind him, you got 2 drivers that had arguably 2 or 3 wins apiece in the month of September. That me and James Waring and Joey Savage looking to start October off right. Go even further back, Quentin Standbach has not won an HGR race on a broadcasted. So for Standbach, it would be a hell of a victory. For McCullough, just another trip to victory lane. Same for Jeff Merck. The other driver who has not won an HGR race on a broadcast since in 8th, that would be Justin Johnson. So a lot of variables tonight, especially surrounding that front row. And for Darnell, the 2nd Raging Idiot Racing Network car, of course the other one in Inspired. Alright. Here we go. Darnell and Ward brings them down. Overtime in HGR. See Justin Johnson not going. Darnell, on the other hand, does. Right now, Ward's going to push him, but not for long. 2 laps to settle it. McCullough looking to the outside. Wearing off the wall twice. McCullough's like, I'm going to get out of this while I got a chance. Ward immediately back to the bottom. Darnell stuck on the outside. John Ward trying to lead him to the white flag, covering all lanes. Now you got to think Miss Savage will help him. I feel like Miss Savage wouldn't leave him. I said the same thing about Gordon Spain, but we ain't going to talk about that. White flag, 1 to go. For John Ward, if he can hang on for 1 more lap, it'll be a little bit sweeter. Savage going to push him, but here comes McCullough waiting. McCullough's going to look to the bottom and going to hope that Darnell goes with him. McCullough back to the outside. Darnell to the bottom. Nobody go with Darnell. Here comes Justin Johnson to the bottom. Going to take it 3 wide. Darnell immediately blends back up in line. Here comes Burt with Standbach. Off of turn 4 for the final time. Ward, Savage, McCullough, Waring. McCullough to the bottom of the track. Him and Savage going to make contact. Is there enough time? For the fifth time the turn, John Ward wins the pre-race bonus and wins another high gear racing win at Talladega. Savage second, McCullough third, James Waring, John Darnell, the top 5. Is a Toyota, Ford, and Chevrolet 1, 2, 3. For the 2023 PGR champion, he still got it. Well, we're going to let John Ward celebrate it here for a moment. Of course, still to come tonight, PGR Esports. Of course, this will be a Super Speedway Series for the PGR Intimidator Series, of which John Ward is a 7-time winner in. Green flag will be at 10:25 for the 52-lap race. And John Ward burns it down. Well, he's celebrating. We'll see if we can't talk to. No, we'll go and get him in here. John Ward, hell of a way to start the night.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Finally
Heck
get
yeah.
finally get that pre-spin bonus win tonight on top of whatever you'll make on top of this. And if I'm not mistaken, of course, looking at the overlay right now, a 7-time PGR Intimidator Series winner, adds a little motivation walking into tonight, don't it?
Oh yeah, yes sir, it does. Yeah, it's a great race. Joey, he done such a great job there at the end, man. It all worked out for you. I'm excited, man. I tell you, I really am.
Amped up tonight, but just take me through the night. Of course, it looked like it was going to be straightforward, and then Earnhardt blew his motor, ratting everybody up for a shootout. And then we got to go to overtime. Was the suspense really getting to the driver to 92?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. There was big runs coming. I told everybody it's going to be back and forth. The draft. I mean, these cars you can't push real hard because you'll spin the guy out. So it generates big runs for other people to get going. And I said, look, if
Really
we're
simple.
together at the end, it'll work out. But you just we're not going to stay in line like the trucks or Xfinity. We're going to get big runs. It's going to be back and forth. So. It was interesting to see how it played out. But yeah, I was nervous for sure, especially on the green white checkered there.
Well, you bring up them 2 points, so I'm going to ask you this critical question. Is there similarities between, has the ARCA car turned into what, might be a little vague to say here, but has it kind of turned into the Gen 6?
Um,
Just generating the runs? Because talked to Jeff Merck earlier, he said when you were side by side with a car, you caught that right rear, you could hear the engine bog down on it. So
yeah.
it's got some similarities to the Gen 6 from what it sounds like. But would it be a safe assumption to say that it's turning into the old Gen 6 car, or is there some tweaks to still work out with it? What's your assessment of the package tonight?
Yeah, the package to me, it'd be the same. Like these cars, they love the high side. There's not too many cars that you could run in the third lane and pass people and generate big runs. These are one of them that likes the high side and stuff. But if you can push without turning the guy, it would be just like the Gen 6. The only difference between this and the Gen 6, I mean, obviously a little slower, but it would be like you can't push. I mean, once you push for like if you stay connected longer than 3 or 4 seconds, even on the straightaway, then it tries to like hook the guy and turn him. So you have to let off at some point. If you didn't have to let off, it would be just like the Gen 6.
Well, buddy, last question tonight before I let you head out. PGR start. The lobby's about to open in about 15 minutes, so I'll let you get prepped for that. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yes, I want to thank HGR, James, Jimmy Crow for the series. They've been doing it for a while here. It's still going, and I like racing here. It wasn't a big turnout, but the racing was still fun. I want to thank you for the broadcast. I'm going to go back and watch it, especially if I win that one. That's going to be a hell of a drive there. And everybody a part of Dega Pros, mostly Joey there. Joey, he knew what he had to do to get me up there for the bonus, and I'm going to hook him up, that's for sure, with some of that money there. Thank him for pushing me. He did everything right there, and it was mostly him. I was just holding a pretty wheel.
Well, for John Ward, it will be yet another HGR victory. This time with the bonus in hand, it will give Toyota another win in HGR. Appreciate your time, buddy.
You got it. Yep, this is the first time winning the bonus, so heck yeah.
Hell yeah. With that being said, we'll jump up to the man. We'll jump up to the man who will come out here second tonight. John Savage, John Ward credits you a lot with the win. What was your take on things as the race went on?
Man, that was a good lot of teamwork there. After the green flag stops, we had a lot of time to think while we were sitting single file and waiting for the end of the race. And I'd run out the last lap scenario in my head a few times on what I thought might be the most reliable. And all I was thinking was just get in line, get up top, don't let anyone to your outside, and just keep to it. And got a chance to execute on that, pulled it off. Plus, Ward said he'd give me a little bit of kickback. Oh, anybody who pushed him to the win gets a little bit of his bonus kickback. So, looking forward to that. But good fun race. These cars, with a bunch of people who are cautious enough, can do fun things when you got something to race for.
Yeah. Well, buddy, indeed it is. It was a great race for 8 drivers. Y'all put on a hell of a show, I'll say that. Just weren't single file all throughout the night. It was a hell of a showing. I do want to ask you, though, one question. Just talking to Ward, he does see the similarities in it. What is your assessment with the draft package? How do you compare this to, well, I'm going to say the bigger brother of these cars, the Gen 6. At least that's what I'm saying right now. But what's your comparison between the two?
It's got a lot in common with the Gen 6. And you're going to have that with these big boxed out bodies going to the ground and the big spoilers and the low power. It's a very similar recipe for similar, but I'd say distinctly different results. They don't hook up as comfortably, and as long as everybody's not running each other over and are aware of how the bumper to bumper contact is, and it's very sketchy. But if everyone's playing the same ball game, it puts on a good race.
Buddy, last question before I let you head out of here tonight. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.?
Yeah, James Waring and Jimmy Crow for putting on these races. You in the booth for showing people what we're doing. Ancient World Gaming, Next Level Racing, Bruzy Racewear, Sword Dog Apparel, Glitch Energy, Powder, and Brayton Laster. There's a shot we're going to be maybe on his car, Ancient World Gaming, that is, in Toledo this weekend. So if that materializes, keep an eye on him.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations tonight on a P2 finish. Joey Savage walks out of here tonight, completing the Dega Pro 1-2 finish. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Last but definitely not least tonight, as a matter of fact, walk out of here third. Kidham McCullough, take me through the night, because set up for an overtime. Did you feel like you had a chance to get back into the money? Try this one more time. Kidham McCullough, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy? All right. Okay, McCullough obviously away for the moment. Of course, he'll probably be one of several drivers tonight running PGR. Speaking of which, 10 minutes till. So, with that being said, we'll run through the final order one more time tonight. And like it was said earlier, sorry. Fifth time of charm for John Ward. He is the J&W Paints Graphics pre-spin bonus winner tonight. Joey Masavich second. Kenneth McCullough, James Ware, and John Darnell rounds out the top five. Jeff Merck, Justin Johnson, Quentin Stanbark, and Daniel Epper rounds out the field of 9 for tonight. So we'll try McCullough one more time here. Kenneth McCullough, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Got another copy. All right. Well, that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. What was a fun little pre-show to the main event, of course. PGR on deck next. You can watch the PGR Super Speedway Series live on PGR Esports on YouTube. And until tomorrow night, might be a race tomorrow night. Have to wait and see, but definitely Saturday night, Inspire Thunder Series and Midnight Racing League. Still to come for Saturday, MMS on Sunday night, and until then, I'll see everybody next time. Take it easy. Have a good night.